Hello friends, we will solve the numerical, and the numerical is again for the natural frequency of the vibration. Find the natural frequency of oscillation for the roller rolling on a horizontal surface without slipping as shown in figure. This is one portion, and second portion is the roller mass is 5 kg and the radius is 50 mm and the stiffness of the spring is 2000 Newton per meter. What would be the new frequency of oscillation if the radius of roller is made 100 mm without changing the mass? Means first portion indicates that we have to find the natural frequency of the vibration for the roller, and second one, if you are changing the corresponding radius of the roller, then what will be the change in the natural frequency we have to determine. Now we will see the system provided to us. The system is that here spring is attached at the center of roller, and this roller will roll in a positive direction. Means when this roller will get rotated, its center will also move linearly. Means there are two motions. What are the motion? First one is that it is a rotary motion. This roller will rotate and simultaneously the center is also moving linearly. So this numerical is a combination of the two motion. One is a linear motion and another one is rotary motion. So if the roller displayed by small distance x linearly, means when this x distance is there between this center, when the correspondingly roller get rotated and acquires new position linearly x distance, motion is like this. At that time the roller will rotate by an angle theta, and this theta angle can be correlated like this. Means from this A to A dash, means from this point to this point, the angle is theta and the linear displacement is x. Hence we can write x is equal to r into theta. Please keep in your mind there are two motions here. One is a linear motion of the roller along with the rotating motion of the roller. We will solve this numerical by two methods. First one is a D'Alembert principle or equilibrium method. We already noted that x is equal to r theta. So velocity, linear velocity x dot will be equal to r into theta dot. And if we are taking again derivative with respect to time, that will indicate x double dot, means linear acceleration, and that linear acceleration is equal to r into angular acceleration, means theta double dot. Now we will go for its free body diagram. In free body diagram, we can see this roller is moving like this. At the same time, the roller is rotating and linearly moving in this direction. Means motion is in positive x direction. Means is inertia force, mass into acceleration, will act opposite to the motion. So mass into x double dot will act opposite to the motion. Similarly, here the spring get extended. Due to that extension, the mass or restoring force kx will act like this in a negative direction. Mx double dot, same direction is for kx. As the motion is rotating, the rotation is like this, means the motion for the point of contact is like this. So opposite, exactly opposite, frictional force Fr will act. Rotation is like this, so exactly opposite to the rotation, the frictional force Fr will act. Okay, so how many forces are there? One is a inertia force, another one is a Fr, the frictional force, and restoring force Kx is acting. So according to D'Alembert principle, we drawn this FBD, and then according to D'Alembert principle, we will solve the corresponding numerical. So in linear motion of roller, the summation of inertia forces plus external forces is equal to 0. Means what? The inertia force is having this direction, so it can be considered as a negative. So minus mx double dot, restoring force k, again negative. So minus kx plus opposite direction, positive sign. So plus Fr is equal to 0. Means what? We can say the Fr is equal to mass into acceleration plus k into displacement, stiffness into displacement. This is for the linear motion. This is for linear motion. But here in this numerical, the roller is moving linearly as well as it is rotating. Hence, for rotating motion, rotary motion, what we will write? We will write the summation of inertia torque plus external torque is equal to 0. So what are the inertia torque? As motion is clockwise, anti-clockwise inertia torque will act, and the value is I into theta double dot, the moment of inertia into angular acceleration. And similarly, this Fr force is acting like this, and due to that one, torque is again created. So Fr into radius, that will be the torque. So I theta double dot, okay, if we are considering anti-clockwise as a positive, I theta double dot plus F suffix r into r, F suffix r into r will be equal to 0. But this Fr is already we found. So put this value of Fr here. What we will get? We will get I theta double dot plus bracket m x double dot plus kx bracket complete into r is equal to 0. We know that x double dot is represented as r theta double dot and x is equal to r into theta. So again, for the roller, I is equal to 1/2 mass into r square. So we will put all values here and we will get 1/2 m r square theta double dot plus m r theta double dot. This x double dot is replaced by r into theta double dot plus k r theta x is equal to r theta into r is equal to 0. If we are considering here r square and we are multiplying this r here and here, means r square can be common. So we can write m divided by 2 into theta double dot plus m into theta double dot plus k theta is equal to 0. This is m divided by 2 and m. Theta dot can be considered as a common. So m divided by 2 plus m, that will be 3 by 2 m. So 3 by 2 m into theta double dot plus k theta is equal to 0. Rearranging the terms, this theta dot, okay, plus k divided by 3m divided by 2 into theta is equal to 0. Again, by rearranging the same, theta double dot 2k theta double dot plus 2k 3m into theta is equal to 0 is equal to 0. Now we can say this we can compare this equation with the fundamental equation of SHM. So by comparing this equation with the fundamental equation of SHM. So what is fundamental equation of SHM? Angular acceleration plus omega n square, natural frequency of the system, square into the angular displacement is equal to 0 for rotary motion or angular motion. Okay, so omega n square is equal to this one. So omega n can be written as square root of 2k 3m radians per second. Convert this radians per second into hertz. That will be Fn, natural frequency in hertz, omega n divided by 2 pi, that will be in hertz. So Fn is equal to 1 upon 2 pi square root of 2k divided by 3m. And put the given values. What are the given values? Given is mass is 5 kg, the stiffness K is 2000 Newton per meter, and roller is 50 mm. But here we can see there is only significant thing is K and M. So put this K and M as per given. 1/2 to into pi 1 divided by 2 pi square root of 2 into 1000. The K is 2000 Newton per meter. 3 into M, the mass was of 5 kg. So calculate this value. After calculating this value, we will get Fn is equal to 2.59 hertz. Now second question was asked like this: what would be the new frequency of oscillation if the radius of roller is made as a 100 mm without changing the mass? Now we can see here there is no term as a radius, means the natural frequency is completely independent on radius. It is depend on K and M. There is no radius. Hence, if you are changing the radius by keeping the same mass, the Fn or natural frequency will remain constant. So from above equation, it is seen that the natural frequency of oscillation is independent of radius. If radius is increased by 100 mm, by keeping same mass, the Fn will be equal to 2.59 hertz. It will remain same. Now we will solve this numerical by one of the easiest method known as a energy method. What is energy method? We have to take the summation of total energy, total kinetic energy plus total potential energy, and it will be remains constant. Then take the derivative for that system with respect to time, and that will be equal to 0. So here what are the energies are present? As this roller is rotating, it is rotating, as well as simultaneously this center point is moving from this to this, as this mass is roller is rotating. So what will be the kinetic motion? Kinetic motion is a combination of rotary motion and linear motion for this roller. Means the kinetic energy will be the combination of the kinetic energy of roller in rotary system as well as in linear motion. Okay, and at the same time this spring gets stretched. Means here it will vibrate like this, and again means there will be a combination of linear as well as the correspondingly rotary motion, and due to that one the K is get extended, means potential energy will be stored in the spring. So total energy will be the kinetic energy for the mass M or roller M in rotary motion as well as linear motion. That will be the total kinetic energy, and potential energy will be for only spring, and that will be 1/2 kx square. We will see that one. Again assumptions will be the same. We are displaying this mass by x distance linearly. At the same time the theta angle get produced, and that theta is correlated with the x is equal to r into theta, and for that one we will solve this numerical by energy method. So in energy method we will find the kinetic energy of the system. We already discussed the linear motion is there, so kinetic energy in linear motion of the roller 1/2 m velocity square, which is represented as x dot square. So we know that x dot is equal to r into theta dot. So the above equation is the kinetic energy of roller is equal to 1/2 m r square into theta dot square, as it is rotating also. So rotary kinetic energy of roller can be written as 1/2 I omega square. 1/2 I omega means it is the angular velocity. So 1/2 I theta dot square. We know that I is equal to 1/2 m r square. Okay, for roller the I is equal to 1/2 m r square into theta dot square. So we can say this 1/4 m r square theta dot square. That will be the rotary kinetic energy of roller. And again the potential energy for the system is only stored in a spring. So potential energy of the spring is 1/2 kx square, and x is equal to r into theta. So it is equal to 1/2 k r square theta square. Again, what is energy method? Energy method means total energy present in a system remains constant. means total kinetic energy plus potential energy remains constant. If we are taking derivative of both side, means d by dt with respective time, d by dt of ke plus p is equal to d by dt of constant. So derivative of constant is 0. So d by dt bracket kinetic energy plus potential energy of the system is equal to 0. So put this total kinetic energy means the kinetic energy in linear motion, in rotary motion, and total potential energy which is stored into the spring. That will be a total energy for the given system. So write down d by dt bracket 1/2 m r square theta dot square plus 1/4 m r square theta dot square. This is total kinetic energy plus potential energy 1/2 k r square theta square bracket complete is equal to 0, derivative of constant. Then take derivative with respective time. This is the theta dot square, so 2/2 m r square theta dot, and derivative of it will be theta double dot plus this is the theta dot square, same again, this 2/4 m r square theta dot and derivative with respective time theta double dot plus 2/2 k r square sorry for disturbance, 2/2 k r square theta and take derivative theta dot is equal to 0. Here r square and theta dot is common and theta dot cannot be equal to 0, so we can cancel that one. So m, this 2 get cancel, 1/2, okay, 2 get cancel, r get cancel, theta dot r square get and theta dot gets cancel, same thing here. So it will be equal to m theta double dot plus m/2 theta dot plus k into theta is equal to 0. By rearranging the terms, we can say the 3/2 m into theta double dot plus k theta is equal to 0. Again convert into fundamental equation. So equation of motion can be written as theta double dot plus 2k divided by 3m into theta is equal to 0. By comparing the fundamental equation of SHM, we can say this omega n square is equal to this term. So omega n can be written as square root of 2k divided by 3m radians per second, convert into hertz by multiplying 1/2 pi. And again the second question is same. What was the question? What would be the new frequency of oscillation if radius is changed by 100 mm without changing the mass? Again the answer is same, as there is no term as a radius here, so it is completely independent of the radius. It is depend on steepness and mass only, means the Correspondingly, natural frequency of roller will remain same if you are changing the radius. I hope everybody understand this. Thank you everyone. Thank you.